Alright everybody, I'm going to go over what we keep in the old car today. This right here is a 2012 Honda CR-V. We bought this for me for a work vehicle. I had my big Duramax diesel, and you know, messing with them things in the winter when it's 10 below, not the funnest in the world to drive back and forth to work. So I told my wife, I said, we need to get something I can just use as a work vehicle and something we can travel back and forth to see the grandbaby in West Virginia. And we bought this. There's no fancy buttons, it's all-wheel drive. Does great in the snow, gets great gas mileage, but it is a 2012 model, so I think it's important you kind of keep some tools and stuff on you in case you ever break down and need them. But kind of go over what we keep in this bad puppy. You know, we use this basically to drive back and forth to work and haul our golden retriever around, take some trips, some road trips. But over here we got a couple of ratchet straps in case you ever need to tie something down. Weightlifting belt, that's important because if I don't have it in my car, I always forget it. And I use it once a week to bench press, and if it's in here, I always have it. My EDC kind of sling pack thing, we went over what's inside of that. And then over here we got the tools, you know. Tools and some stuff you might need if you're ever on the road, if you ever break down, if you ever need something, or if someone else needs something. You know, it's important to kind of have this stuff laying around. We'll kind of go through this. And here's got some best pet supplies. So these are pretty much dog wipes. You know, dog makes a mess on itself, or if you need to kind of wash your hands, you can use these. As you can see, we have used them quite a bit. Just some basic paper towels. I don't know how many times you get wet, you might need to wipe something off, or if you use your tools and your tools are wet, it's important to wipe them off before you put them back because they'll just rust to pieces on you. Got some jumper cables. How many times you might need a jump, or someone else might need a jump. You know, the other day someone in a wheelchair was needing help jumping his, I think it's probably a 98 model Chevy truck, and I had these and hooked him up and we got him going. Now in this tote there's this miscellaneous stuff that I think I might need. I don't know how many times I'm in a store and I might need something and I want it to be the exact size. So I got this old cheap tape measure I threw in here. I don't even know where this came from. I think someone delivering something at our house left it here. I just threw it in there. We'll go through these tools first. Hammer, cheaper Craftsman, I forget what that, Evolve or something, but you know, I usually with metal you want a ball peen hammer, but you know, if you're out on the road and say your brakes get stuck or anything, I think it's important to have something with some prying action on it. An old box cutter. I think this was my mom's that she used when she worked at a store, and I think I got a hold of it, but yeah, look at that. That's an old one, but I got it and I use it. Adjustable wrench. Now the stuff I keep in here isn't going to be real expensive because in case someone ever breaks in my car and steals it, you know, I do got a garage full of tools, and maybe we'll go over that later, but you know, something cheap, just a little 8-inch crescent wrench, cheap set of channel locks in case you ever need to pry on anything, get a hold of something. A cheap Phillips Stanley screwdriver, and I really don't have any cheap flathead screwdriver. They see that one's rusting, but you can tell how long it's been in here. A couple of screwdrivers, Phillips and flat, both. We'll go over that later. About 4 rubber gloves. You know, who wants to pull tires off and get into some brakes and stuff like that, or get into some grease, get on their bare hands, and you can use these. An umbrella. I found that as well. You broke down on the side of the road, or you got to walk a little bit and it's raining. Hey, it's good to have an umbrella. Now these tools right here were given to me as a Christmas gift years ago. I'm talking years ago. I was probably in my 20s, early 20s. So we'll look at these. Now I like these for one reason. They're the Metwrench brand. Metwrench. So this is actually a pretty expensive set of tools, but You know, I got all my other ones separated, my Snap-on, my Craftsman, in my garage. And this was kind of the only set I had that I could just throw in a tote and have for real quick. But this right here, these suckers fit. Metric and standard both. Now if you look, she's had some water in her before. I was probably working on something in the rain and, you know, didn't put it up right. But if you look, these wrenches fit both standard and metric. You know, I should have the whole set here. Yeah, the only thing I had to replace on this, and actually I was going to sell this years ago at a flea market when I was selling dogs. I had this out there for $20 and no one wanted to buy it, so I just left that tag on there. This same set today is going to cost you probably $200 to $300 just for this set right here, which to me is crazy because, you know, to me it just, I don't know. This ain't like the old Craftsman sockets or the Snap-on sockets, you know, chrome moly of some kind. But even the ratchet, I was using this one time because I used to drive junk and the ratchet broke, so well, I had a ton of these old Craftsman 3/8 inch drives laying around, so I just threw a Craftsman 3/8 drive in there. But yeah, this is a socket set, and it needs cleaned up. I should spray some WD-40 on all these and clean up the case itself, but you know, who's got time for that? I ain't got time for that. So yeah, you can pretty much, and actually, a boy the other day at Ace Hardware needed a damn spark plug wrench, and they wouldn't even let him borrow one to take his spark plug off his weed eater. I said, hold on man, I got you, and got into this thing and gave him that small spark plug wrench and a ratchet and said, here you go. And he was very surprised that people keep tools in their car like this. But you know, you see a CRV alongside the road, you don't think that someone's actually prepared a little bit. But yeah, it's a nice little tool set. Like I said, if you bought that today, it would be very expensive. Here's your basic tire repair kit, you know, in case I get a flat tire or I'll pull up on someone that's got a flat tire. Here we go, we're ready. And got this old rusted air tank. Got some air in her. I bought this at a yard sale for $5. She holds air. I put that air in there months ago and she still holds. So yeah, and I only put about 50 pounds in it because I didn't know if the sumbitch was going to blow apart on me or not, but she's holding. But yeah, this is it. This is what someone who likes to stay prepared kind of carries in their car. You know, we do have a truck, but I can only give you a sneak peek of that. I don't drive it that much. It's don't even have 1,000 miles on it yet. We've had it for months. But yeah, this is it. I don't keep any tools of that one yet. Don't drive it enough to really have to worry about it. There she is, 2012 Honda CRV for a travel vehicle. What I use to kind of stay prepared. It ain't Snap-on and it ain't the best tools, but it's some tools and it helps me get by. Helps me feel safer out there. Alright, you guys have a good one.